Hey everyone, what's up? And welcome back to another Q&A session live on Instagram and from the Artist Coaching Community Facebook group. I'm not sure about you guys, but it's 40 degrees over here. It's pretty fucking hot, and it's actually really hot outside. In here, it's pretty decent. I'm actually thinking about buying an air conditioning, something I've never had to contemplate before, but right now I do. Unreal temperatures, but yeah, that doesn't stop me from working. I hope you guys are doing well. What's up, Nigel? What's up, Julius? Welcome. In my stories previous today, I uploaded a question, like where you guys could drop some questions if you want to. You can still leave your question if you want. There's a Q&A mode in this live stream, so you can ask me your question if you want to. Anyway, let's just dive into this week's questions, because there's quite a lot actually that came in on the Artist Coaching Community group. What's up, Thomas? What's up, Matrino? The first question is about what's the best way to get in touch with clubs outside of your country or city if you don't know the promoters. And the fun thing is, this is a question I get a lot. How can I start playing outside of my own country, or outside my own country, or outside of my own city, sorry. And of course, reaching out to promoters through Instagram might work. Like I have a client who does that and it actually works. But still, what works the best, if you build a value for yourself and if you make sure that your brand has a certain value for the promoter. So that means that if the promoter decides to book you, you will actually start selling tickets and the promoter will start to make money on you. That's what they want. So that's the perfect thing you should focus on as an artist. That's something that will give you gigs outside of your country. And your releases will do that, like your releases will start building that fan base that you need. So it all starts with music. And I just can't say it enough. It all starts with releasing music, so please start doing that. And those gigs outside of your country will start to come if the music becomes popular. What's up to everyone who is just checking in right now? Melodramatic, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Timke, Emmanuel, love you too. Thank you, Thomas. Means a lot. Yeah. Let's go to the second one. I heard you mention a lot about releasing as much music as possible. My question is, how frequently should we be releasing records? For instance, release a record every week. That's a really personal thing. Like, some producers need 2 weeks to finish a track. Some people need 4 weeks to finish a track. It really depends on your production skills, and your creative skills as well. Like, are you creative this week, or it's a variable thing. So I would say as many as possible. Like, if you're capable of releasing 4 tracks a month, do 4 tracks a month. If you can do once a month, do once a month. But really have a look at how much your maximum of releasing can be, and try to achieve that. Here's a question about networking. To me, networking is a really vague thing, as in, to me, I see networking the exact same thing as making friends, Nobody wants to talk to a dick, or nobody wants to talk to someone that's not nice to them. So show interest into the other person, ask questions, just walk up to someone, start a conversation. That's all about networking, and you can do those things on network events, of course, but you can also do it through direct messages on social media, and that's an easy way to reach people all over the world, and create like conversations with them and start building a network like that. So that's the way how I do it, like all those podcast guests that you see on my podcast. I actually just send them direct messages, and I'll actually just tell them like, hey, I like what you guys are doing or what you are doing with your music, and I would like to have you in my podcast because I'm interested to hear more about your story. And that works. Like, everyone likes it when someone approaches them and gives them a compliment. So that's definitely a great way how you can start building a network. Production-wise, finishing a track. I'm not sure what you mean with that. That's not really a question. In the starting days, do we really need to release remixes of popular songs, or should we work on original mixes? Both. There's not just one thing you should do in the beginning of your career. You should do everything you can do. Bootlegs, remixes, originals, all those things. Do it, release it, and not just focus on one thing, because there's not one thing that will lead you to success. It's everything. It's all connected to each other. I'm changing my career to DJing. I'm older. So 2 questions. How will an older person be accepted in this industry? I think it will be accepted perfectly, you know. If you have a look at Chesto and Armin van Buuren and stuff, like, they're not young anymore, but they're still really accepted. So I don't worry about age that much. Well, not at all, actually. Music is timeless, you know. I love playing deep house and electro swing. To be taken seriously in the industry, does a DJ have to specialize in one genre, or can they be seen to merge with another genre? This is a difficult one, you know, like, you can decide to play different genres, but that will make things more confusing for your audience, so it might be harder to build an audience. At the same time, it might also set you apart from the rest, because if you decide to do 2 weird genres and combine them together and make something great out of it, you can be the first one who actually started doing it. So, in my opinion, sticking to one genre always makes things easier, because it's easier to sell, it's easier to understand for a fan. So yeah, I would say try to focus on one genre in the beginning, and then when you start to become really successful, then you can start thinking about changing the genres. Releasing music independently or with the help of a label. At first, I would always try to find a big label that could represent your music, because they can help you with the promotion, and yeah, I think that's where a big label can come in handy, you know, especially in the beginning of your career. So first try to release it through a label, and if that's not a possibility, if they don't reply or whatever, then just release it yourself. But first try to get it into a big label that actually adds value to your release. And if that's gonna be hard, like, you can still go and release it yourself, you know, have it as a backup plan. But whatever you do, don't wait for months and months to release your music. Send out an email to labels. If you don't get a reply within, let's say, 2 weeks, just release it yourself, because all that time you will be waiting for probably a no is lost, and that track might get you to, well, you know, you never know where your music ends up. So that track could bring you a remix request or whatever. You never know. Yeah, so that were the questions from the artist coaching community. Thanks, people, for sending in. To everyone who's watching on the live stream now, if you are not a part of the artist coaching community yet, and you are an artist who would like to know more about the industry or set up a network with people, this is a Facebook group where almost 1,000 people from the music industry are like chatting together, sharing knowledge and stuff. It's called the Artist Coaching Community Facebook group. So if you want to become a part, head over to Facebook and request access. I noticed there were a few questions on Instagram as well, so let's go through them. What's the time breaking when we produce with headphones? The time breaking when we produce with headphones. I don't really understand what you mean with that question. Here's someone saying, I'm old as fuck and still making beats. So yeah, that doesn't matter how old you are. I have an original song, but I'm not a producer. Should I upload my demos? Where, if I do so, and how do I upload them? Would you recommend DistroKid, etc. for that? I have original songs, but I'm not a producer. So how did you get your original songs if you're not a producer? I don't really get that. Anyway, if you have original songs that you would like to upload, of course you can use DistroKid, TuneCore. There's a lot of those kind of platforms out there that can help you with this. So yeah, that's a great way to start releasing your music yourself. So yeah, great Q&A again. Thanks for sending in all those questions. Like I said, if you want to become a part of that artist coaching community, head over to the group and request access. By the way, I also had a great talk with Ollie James this week. We talked more about his career, like how he got his foot between the door with the labels as Spinnin' and Revealed Recordings, and I think it's a great episode where you can learn a lot from, especially in the beginning of your career. So I would recommend you to, I want to request you to listen to that podcast or watch the video, whatever you want. But I think there's a lot of value in it. So yeah, watch it if you would like to. I recorded them, but they're just demos. Still not sure what you mean, but anyway, you can release it yourself. Guys, thank you for watching this live stream again. I hope you liked the answers and it was valuable to you. To everyone who's sending their question to the artist coaching community, thank you. Enjoy this extreme hot weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great one. Bye.